What are you doing? I said, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning this cart for this lady this morning. Got a little sand to leave here on my road.
Hello, baby doll. Yum, 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 yum. See you later.
Whoa.
down my orange groves and turn back
Come in
up towards
there.
the Arnold place.
Yeah.
And turn back up at the canal. They save broken beer bottles, a little everything. I guess the same way down in it.
Oh, yeah, I imagine so. But Wilford kept saying, I'm gonna take y'all, but he never did get around to it.
Oh,
The chair. Are you, what have y'all done?
one of those big ones is gone.
Ah, yeah.
Mom.
Full of ticks and everything else.
I got a big tick on me all over about a week and a half ago. I taking a shot, a bath. I thought, is that a scab on me? And I kept flopping it around. I got a hold of it. I never pulled it loose. I knocked what I looked like a duck egg.
You'd already gone through it, so you had a mild taste, and you just left it. That, I had a mild taste of it, real through it.
I couldn't give out on my fishing.
So he gave me a shot. I went for 2 or 3 weeks over get, I think it was 1 or 2 shots a week. He said I probably would never have it more because I'd be immune to it. Most people, if they ever...
Oh, what a tiny thing.
What's in your bucket? What's in your bucket?
Crawfish.
I have a feeling I better look in that bucket.
Embarrass you?
Hmm.
You want me to embarrass you?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Erasing your tape.
Hmm.
You'll be erasing your tape. What we're gonna do is we'll get on there.
I said I never wanted to know.
Eddie, go over and cross that bridge. Take Rosebud with you.
Can she get around outside?
Are your shoes on the wrong feet or they're on the right feet?
Well, I tell you, it's hard to tell them things, whether they're on right or wrong. You know, they stole this bridge during World
Go on,
War.
Rosebud. I want to get your picture up there.
They sold them the iron. Sure did. Well, I guess they were contented cows.
They look like they are, don't
Cattle or whatever, yeah. they
Where you
did.
at, Rosebud?
No,
Yeah, good shape for this time of year.
yeah, but you know, we didn't have too much.
I'm gonna wait a
Bad
little
winter.
more. I'm gonna wait.
I guess they fed them a lot of hay.
Oh, they got a lot of rain too from here. We got Henry
Yeah.
Ford place across over yonder on 800.
Long way.
What?
I wonder if he ever checks on them. Well, you know they.
James Wade, he's down. Oh,
Ooh, Mama, this is fun.
Oh yeah. Well, you know they talked about moving back one I don't know whether these doctors have got some plain money hungry and don't know nothing either. If it wasn't
Oh,
for
it's
these
down
girls
there.
working in these labs,
Get up from there, look.
Very deep, Mama.
you know, country doctors, my mom was sick a lot.
That was deep.
And the old Dr. Cross, you remember him, Norman?
Mom,
Yeah. He'd come and he'd listen to Mom to her lungs. He'd say, you got to kill Mom when you stand there.
Mama, tell you,
can I
Mama.
please go out into the
you
water?
ready?
Can
Yeah.
I?
I think that's probably what killed
It
her.
is one, so.
Mom wasn't but 47.
Mom's a.
Then, you know, we thought she was
Oh, I thought she was old.
Yeah,
Where
where you going?
with us?
Huh?
We go along with us.
Oh, I'm
Where you going, Mr. Pennington?
just stay and talk.
mud bath. It's mainly scratch.
We have got a special treat for you. We've got the Suzuki Strings, Caldwell County, under the direction of Ruth Wells, their teacher. She'll be down here at the front coaching them on. And accompanying them will be Eddie Pennington at the guitar. So let's bring on the Suzuki Strings. After they sing, I'll take them to the back. Come on, Suzuki Strings. Strings. Now, they were under the tutelage of Ruth Wells. Now, Ruth has a class. Any parents or grandparents, you saw Eddie a few minutes ago, picking with the, or picking on, I'm not sure, but picking with the Suzuki players. Now, Eddie was a 1987 Merle Travis champion guitarist at the National Guitar Pickers Convention in Mountain View, Arkansas. Now, he didn't come back and just brag about this. We found out about it. We found out lots of things about Eddie. He was featured at the annual Chet Atkins convention. Excuse me, there's a hand down here. I'm okay now. Talking to Billy Scott. He's going to be on the program later. I've got some things to tell you about Billy. All right. Now, Eddie also has been picking and performing with some of the guys down at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. We are happy to have him. He's going to do some picking and some singing and might even bring on a special guest. So let's bring out Eddie Pennington with a round of applause. Come on, Eddie.
I'll give you the $10 right into the way. Well, everybody didn't leave when I got here. Says it's gonna pick some boy, but I fooled them. I'm gonna sing a little bit. They don't ever usually let me sing about time everybody go home, so here's no peace. On a Sunday morning. Of course, it was against his religion, but still the tune come along. He shot himself so mighty nine well in one of the old weeks that had. On his way returning home, he made a great big whiskey fair. Well, that fire sat down in the middle of the road just as mean as he could be. Well, that preacher commenced to climb right up the cemetery. Well, the fire sat down and looked right up the road just up ahead. The preacher looked up to the sky, and these are the words he said. Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den. You delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale. Then you freed the children from the fire furnace like a good little duty class. Lord, you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't you have that fire. Well, the preacher he climbed still higher, till he could not climb no more. About that time, the moon gave way and old came tumbling down. When that preacher hit the ground, he break miles round. Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion. You delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale. You freed the children from the fire furnace like a good book to the class. Lord, you can help me, for goodness sake, don't you get that. Well, they fought all the way to the river, and it was a terrible fight. That bear in the river, laying it on, but the preacher he's doing all right. He dragged up and he got into the water 3 times in the night. When the old bear got his wind away, that preacher began to shout. Lord, you delivered Daniel from the fire. You delivered Jonah from the whale. Well, it seemed like much from where you set up there. But the hardest job I ever done was baptize there. explain this guitar. Somebody asked me what this thing was. That's a little thing goes like that. You know, I think sometimes almost Andy's a two-seat toy. You know, the old loud house of two seats. I know some of you have been out there. They accuse me of being a guitar player, so maybe I'll try to pick some kind of piece and prove that wrong. If I ever get that thing right, I'm gonna weld it. Coming next. I'm not gonna let anybody else. Only thing I'm gonna do is gonna do like the group did last night. We had a little bit of fun singing an old song called "Hold the Bottom of the Sea." Joe Edwin. Remember to follow the lead. Not everybody out there was here last night, was it? Just let them folks leave. Y'all come back. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Hey, y'all doing pretty good. Come back. There's a log in a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log in a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Come on, I see some of y'all not singing out there. There's a mile and a log in a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a mile and a log in a hole in the bottom of the sea. Now, if y'all don't like what you've heard, I'm fixing to bring somebody out here to explain to one. I'm gonna bring a fellow out that had a whole lot with me about me to the people tonight. Or my mama said it did anyway. But I'm gonna bring out a fellow that inspires me more than my music. A fellow who's my dad. His name is Norman Pennington from over Northville, Kentucky. I'd like to make him welcome from Fiddlers.
Three o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. Almost 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 4 o'clock, 1 o'clock, rock, rock, rock.
Alonzo. We've got 3 strangers back here. We've got all sorts of things, so without me talking anymore, let's bring on the Gong Show with Chuck Berry. With a big hand. Chuck!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second edition of the Gong Show. If you missed last night's edition, you're in for a real treat tonight. And that's one of the acts. Tonight's competition will feature 3 acts. These acts will be scored by our panel of judges. The high score will receive a beautiful trophy, if we can find it, and a gift certificate to the Princeton Toll Plaza worth 10 free passes, or their choice of 5 free passes to the Capitol Theater. Now, without further ado, let me introduce tonight's judges. We can get the curtain open. Just returned from appearance in Dallas, Texas, a man whose many accomplishments are too few to mention. Recently named this year's KOA Salesman of the Year, Matt, the Salesman Akins. Also arriving at the Princeton Metro Airport just in time to catch the limo service to this theater, star of screen and stage, Lucinda J.P. Morgan Hughes. Last and least, appearing for the first time since its very successful Ms. World pageant held in this very theater, one of the worst and one of the least famous female impersonators, baby Billy Scott Dumpling. These judges will score a 0 to 10 scale, with 10 being entertaining and 0 being nothing. Without further ado, let's bring out our first act of the night, backed by popular demand from last night. It's the Unknown Comic.
Here you go. Hey, Chucky, Gunner. What's that? 18 legs and just a fly. Come on. A huge fly. Come on. Chucky, a baseball team. Hey,
First, Baby Dumpling. Well, he scored a 4, but he gone. JB scored a 7, he gone.
He gone.
Matt Selma Higgins.
I saw the pictures. I give it a 10.
Okay, get on, get somebody else out here. What is it? What do I hear? Do you all hear it?
Who could it be?
It's Gene, the dancing machine.
I scored him. I don't vote for anybody that finishes an act that don't have a neck. No neck.
I give me a 5. I can't explain it.
I thought he had no talent, no rhythm, no soul, and most of all, no neck. I give him a 3.
One more time.
Moonwalk, let's see it. Hey, you're ready, old bro. We'll have our time. You're right.
That's the worst little walk I've ever seen. Oh, we are about to nine. Okay, now let's bring on the real entertainment of the night.
Now they better watch out.
Okay, come on back out. Lonzo Rosebud, the Unknown Comics, and Gene G, the Dancing Machine.
Hey, all right.
The winner of tonight's gun show with a total of 37 points, Lonzo and Rosebud. Let's give them one more big hand now.
Oh, you know, lay out here. No,
Now, you guys tell me where we're at.
I don't know. Somewhere's out of Goodness bit. That's all I know. They call it Tennessee. Tennessee. What do you think about Mr. Ted? I don't know. I see now you want to lay down like a baby. Yeah, I got the airplane running. That same truck they had.
That's new Suburban.
North Sea toilet room.
That makes it bad.
Yeah.
That's too big. That's a shot. Oh, that's her. Yeah.
Three burns. It's fine. It's something to hold to, isn't it?
I thought maybe taking a nap. I was going to see you up here knocking on the door. You never know who was coming. Mr. Ted walked up. You got pretty good neighbors.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Those folks over there, they're from up from Ohio. And, well, this fellow over here, I don't know exactly what he is.
Where have you been, ladies?
Bathroom.
We'll move over in the shade if you want to. Kind of hot here.
It's all right.
Sun going down low.
Yeah, down there last
And,
Close that window. Might come up some of those
I follow you over.
What's the best
Couple
way to
of
do it?
them get in there with me.
What's the best way to do it?
What you doing, Grandma? I'll film this so you'll know how to do it next time.
Thank you. You might have already noticed that Merle Travis and Chet Atkins is the ones I sort of idolize on my guitar picking, and that's one Merle Travis wrote. And there's a lot of folks around still remembers old Merle. I know we got to know him real well before he passed on. But anyway, we've got a lot of tunes like that we want to do for you tonight. And is there anybody here by the name of... I talk about an old song. There's an old one, and I hope it's done up in the way you like to hear it. I know I have a lot of fun playing it. Is there any gals tonight with blue eyes? How many have got blue eyes that's with us tonight? Right. Now, how many just happen to be 5'2" in height? Okay. So this one's for you. See if you remember this old tune, 5'2". I was taking old tunes like that and redoing them. You know?
Yeah, they'll never grow old.
I sure hope not. We need to talk to you a little bit more. First, we need to find out where you're from.
I'm from the state of Tennessee, probably where all these people here is from.
I bet that's where they're all from. Let's see how many's from Tennessee tonight.
Now, wait a minute. My family promised to be here.
I think we come last week. None of them got here this week. Now, I'm from the state of Indiana. Let's see if my Indiana folks let me down this time. They may have too. I guess they did. Neither one of us is very popular.
That's right.
Hardly ever do my people let me down, but...
Yeah, there's some people here from Texas, I know that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Any Texas folks, we'll hear from them. Right, yeah. Now, what part of Tennessee you from?
Well, a little community called Defeated, Tennessee.
Okay, I know that's no big metropolis, but I have heard of it, yeah. And what's around Defeated, say, went over there?
You have to go around the Devil's Elbow, down Angels Hill, into Hogtown.
Hogtown?
Hogtown, Tennessee.
Right.
And then you go into Defeated. If you're driving too fast, you're right in the middle of difficult Tennessee before you can stop and turn around.
I bet that's right.
I ain't putting you on, Joe. They're on the map. They're real towns. I'm not putting you on. They're really towns. They're on the Tennessee map.
I'm just joshing with you a little bit there, but it is unusual, though, that there's that many strange named towns right close together that way. Now, is there any famous people from over there?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Really?
I was trying to think somebody y'all could relate. Yeah, I'll give you one that probably everybody in here remember. And in fact, I bet everybody in here has used his product. He was an inventor.
Yeah? What do you think?
Everybody in here has used his product, one form or another, and that was Preparation H.
Really? From Defeated, Tennessee?
Yeah, he was Defeated. Now, see, originally, you don't even know this, Preparation H originally was a toothpaste.
Oh. A toothpaste? No, you gotta be kidding about that.
Stayed that way for years and years. Finally, the federal government told him what he could do with it.
You know, on Nashville now, in the Grand Ole Opry, where Barbara Fairchild comes over there once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a tale about Preparation H, too. She uses it in a certain way that me and you both ought to use it, and about half the people ought to use it for.
Well, how in the world would that be?
Rub it on your face and makes the wrinkles go away.
Well, that might work, but before I try it, I'm going to get me a new tube.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, they used to use this for baldness too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't make your hair grow back, but it shrunk your scalp up enough that they couldn't tell much of it was missing.
That might work for you, baby.
In fact, you know, talking about that, Joe, you know, I told you tonight, you know, earlier, you know, before the people got here, we would tell some jokes tonight that would make the people's hair fall out, and I see most of the men's already heard them.
They have, haven't they? And you know, I thought earlier I saw Dolly Parton sitting back there.
Where?
Way back there in the back. No, two bald-headed men sitting close together.
I was hoping she would be here.
We'd better pick a little bit. This don't have nothing to do with what we've been talking about, but anyway, we're going to pick it anyway. Let's see what the name of it. Chic of Kerby. Do you remember that team?
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites.
That's another one. I'm going to grab my fiddle here very shortly, but...
I bet we got some cloggers out there tonight.
Boy, I hope so, because they'll get a chance to dance with the Grand Ole Opry Fiddler, of who...
Yeah, the way you played last night, it may be the last chance they'll ever get.
Shoot, I thought I done pretty good last night.
You did, I was just kidding, you did.
Anyway.
Hey, by the way, talking about the fiddle, was Chet there last night?
Yes, he was, for change, he was there.
Well, I thought he was because I heard somebody, I was standing backstage behind the curtain, and I heard somebody saying, that guy's playing the Chet out of that guitar.
Oh, really? I really hope they were talking about me. I don't know where they were or not.
I don't know,
Since he was there, maybe they'd talk about him.
Maybe so.
Anyway, we're going to do a little fiddling for you. That's what I do at the Opry most of the time, because they've got 2 or 3 other guitar pickers on the staff. So I ended up on the fiddle a lot, and I like that because it does put beans on the table, you know. I'm not like old Johnny Russell. He says, one time he said that, and some lady back in the audience, you know, he was saying that he was a songwriter and mentioned Hank Williams' name, and he said, Hank Williams never put no beans on my table, and somebody back in the audience said, somebody did, because he's so fat. But so far I haven't had to wear oversized clothes.
Right.
But anyway, let's do a little fiddling for him. This is one I started out at the Opry. No, I don't either. This is one, the next one's the one I started out at the Opry with. In fact, I did last night. But this one is one that has to do with the history of the fiddle playing, because it didn't come from this country. It come from over in the European area, especially around Scotland, Ireland, and England, up through there. And we're going to focus on the country of Ireland right now, because that's where a lot of the fiddling started that we get the advantage of over here in this country. See if you remember one called Irish Washerwoman. Here we go. Now, I want to do the one I was talking about a while ago. I did start out the second show, I believe it was, with this fiddle tune. And again, if there's any cloggers or dancers out there, we invite you to come up and strut your stuff before the folks tonight. And we consider that a Sear, Indiana probably wrote that.
Probably so.
Yeah, you know, we have many comedians on the Grand Ole Opry. Minnie Pearl's one. She was on Fight Night, I believe it was. And we also have Jerry Clower, the Mouth of the South from Yazoo City, Mississippi, I believe it is. And I get the honor of bringing him on the same way I do Minnie Pearl with a fiddle tune. And I usually choose this one I'm getting ready to do for you right now because it matches his big red suit he always wears. One called Midway. Right after they sang that little ditty on the opera, there's a fiddle player starts playing the Sugarfoot Rag. And sort of played the part of a genie. In other words, she could either rub a lamp or a vase or something and make all sorts of things happen over there.
Yes, that's right. I was over there last week and saw her.
Is that right?
Yeah. There was a lady, must have been in her early 90s, came down to see her, and she didn't believe she could rub that little jug, you know, and make all this stuff happen.
Yeah. What happened?
She said, I'll give you 3 wishes. The old lady said, all right. Said, turn me into a beautiful young woman again.
About 22 years old, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So the genie rubbed the little jug, and sure enough, the old lady turned right into a beautiful young lady, about 22, 23.
That's great.
She said, this is remarkable. Says, turn my little shack that I live in over there into a big mansion up on top of that hill.
20-some rooms. Yeah, like Hollywood.
27 to be
27?
exact. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
She rubbed the little jug again, and sure enough, there's the big mansion.
Big mansion. Good.
Genie said, remember now, you've only got 1 more left.
1 more.
Okay. Lady said, well, said, I can't leave my old cat out of the deal. Said, that cat's been with me for almost 20 years. Says, tell you what to do. Said, turn my old cat into a handsome young prince.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jeannie rubbed her little jug, and sure enough, the cat turned into a handsome young prince.
Really?
The woman said, this is wonderful. And the young prince said, yeah, but don't you wish you hadn't had me operated on?
Now, believe it or not, I've got a song that goes along right with that.
We need more.
Right. And I helped write it, too. There's a boy that used to be with Porter Wagner before he went all girls, so to speak, you know, in his band. His name was Bruce Osmond, a longtime friend of mine, and he wrote half of this tune, and I wrote the other half. We decided to call it Aladdin's Lamp. Do you remember
Good
that?
name, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can get the genie to rub the lamp. Like them brand new tunes like that. You know, bluegrass music is sort of come into its heyday in the last 20 years, I guess you'd say. They started with bluegrass festivals all over the country, I guess all over the world, you know. And fanfares are coming on. We got a whole bluegrass day for that during that time. And Bill Monroe is the father of bluegrass. He's been called that many times. And he had a place near my hometown in Indiana, a place called the Brown County Jamboree. It was the original title for it. I think they call it the Bean Blossom Jamboree now. And he has a bluegrass festival there every year. And in fact, I think he probably had the very first one, to be exact. And what got me interested in bluegrass the most was that at a lot of those occasions, well, there'd be about 50,000 people show up. And anytime that happens, that gets my attention, you know. Well, I won't be among them if I can. In fact, I did play that particular festival one year with Wimley and Stony Cooper back several years ago. And since that was right near my hometown, before Bill ever even purchased that area, why, I used to play that Jamboree barn over there. In fact, that was the first stage show I ever played. So I decided, since no one else had used the title yet, I was going to name a tune after that very occasion, the Bluegrass Festival. So let's see what this sounds. The reason why he won it. And let's give Ed Pennington a good welcome. All right. So he's getting his guitar all hooked up there, and I know you're going to have a very fine treat in store for you. Yeah. You're going to sing too? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Right. Yes, sirree. Princeton, Kentucky, I think he's from. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. He's got all the offices covered in the whole town already. Yeah. What you gonna do for us?
Well, y'all talking about the Undertakers.
Uh-oh, you're gonna do one about the Undertaker, okay.
So let's do one. It's got a little bit about the Undertaker.
Okay, we'll do that.
It's got a little bit about a preacher. You know, preachers give us Undertakers.
That's true, right. Okay.
The other day I was standing in the back of the chapel.
Uh-huh.
The funeral will be over.
Right.
And the preacher pointed out and said, there won't be no Undertakers in heaven.
Oh, really? That's right.
I don't know if he knows all our lifestyles or he's... I'm so good people just dying for me to work on it. Some people go to school to learn how to teach, and others go to school trying to learn how to preach. Now, if you can't preach without going to school, you ain't no preacher. You an educated fool, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake. That's all. Now, here comes the verse about the Undertaker. Now, a fella I know, now he's a miser man. Keeps trying to make all the money that he can. Now, when that old Undertaker lays that man down, where's he gonna steal that money? Under the ground, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake. That's all. I'm gonna pick it now. Pick a little bit. Monkeys, so some people say. The good book don't quite tell it that way. Now, if you believe them monkey tales, a lot of people do. I'd rather be that monkey brother than you, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake. That's all. My little song is finished, and my little song's through. I didn't necessarily mean to sing that song to you. And if you don't like the way this little song goes,
mighty good sound of being a trumpet on the tune. That's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake. That's all.
That's just not exactly what old boy used to do, too, is it?
Not exactly.
Pretty close, pretty
He
close.
made his money off that. Jack, you ever dropped your pick? You ever dropped your pick?
Dropped your pick?
I dropped my pick back there in the dark, man, going like I never found it. I had to feel around to get it.
Right, I've done that.
I tell you what, though, it ain't near as bad as dropping your chewing gum out in the chicken house.
Oh, boy.
I felt around the other day 3 times before I found it.
That's what makes country living. Now, you've got some little kids, haven't you, with you? Uh-huh. And I guess they're learning to be entertainers, too, isn't that right?
They're working on it.
They're working on it, okay. Is this the proper time to let them show out what they can do? Oh, well, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, go ahead and do another, and then we'll bring up the kids.
Let's all pick one.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
I tell you what, I may not be the best picker up here tonight, but I'm gonna be the biggest.
Or what? Either one. Either one. Okay. Boy, that'll be something, I'll guarantee.
We're gonna do Merle Travis National Anthem, Cannonball Red.
Boy, that's a lot of fun. I'll tell you. I see why you won first place now. I tell you. He's got a mighty thumb on that right hand there. He sure did, I'll tell you. Now we're going to bring the little young'uns up, and you're going to have your own jamboree up there before long. Is that your kids? Your sons and daughters? Son and daughter. Okay. And you might tell us what their name is.
We're going to have Alonzo, he's going to do the fiddle now. He's 8 years old, and Rosebud, his sister, she's 4.
4, 8 and 4.
They're about an hour and a half past their bedtime, so it may not be as fresh as ours.
Yeah, okay. We're going to have to lower some microphones too, I see here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to lower this way down so we can hear him on the fiddle there.
Okay, he's gonna fiddle one more for you, Ball and Cabbage Dam. Here we go.
Bye.
Yeah, Rosebud done some dancing for herself. Yeah, yes, sirree. Well, we had a good guest list tonight, I'll tell you. Yeah, we have one more we're going to bring up too. Let's see. I've got to find.